Are we the last generation of pure humans? The last to live without machines in our minds, without code in our blood, without memories stored outside our brains. For the first time in history, humanity stands at the edge of a transformation so profound that evolution itself is no longer natural. It is engineered. Within your lifetime, humanity may cross a line that cannot be uncrossed. A moment where biology stops being destiny and technology becomes the dominant force shaping who and what we are. This is not science fiction. This is not fantasy. This is a countdown built from real science, real ambitions, and real consequences. This is the timeline of the future. The future does not arrive with explosions. It arrives quietly, through algorithms that learn our habits, predict our emotions, and guide our decisions before we even realize we've made them. Artificial intelligence no longer feels like a tool. It feels like a presence, something that watches, listens, and slowly begins to influence how humans think, choose, and behave. At the same time, the human brain becomes the next frontier. Neural implants restore sight, repair damaged memories, and connect thought directly to machines. The boundary between mind and technology begins to dissolve. Thoughts move machines. Words are typed without hands. Minds connect directly to networks. For the first time in history, human intelligence is no longer confined to the skull. And while humanity upgrades itself, it also looks outward. Permanent human missions to Mars begin, not to explore, but to stay. Another world becomes a test of whether humanity can survive beyond Earth. By 2030, humanity stands at a crossroads. Still biologically human, but mentally augmented, digitally assisted, and permanently changed. As the decades pass, Earth itself becomes a system to be managed, monitored, optimized, and controlled like a machine struggling to stay alive. Humanity finally learns to harness the power of stars. Fusion energy delivers near-limitless clean power, ending the age of scarcity and reshaping civilization itself. Cities glow without pollution. Deserts bloom. The energy crisis fades into history, replaced by abundance once thought impossible. Inside the human body, aging is no longer inevitable. Cells are repaired. DNA is rewritten. Lifespans stretch beyond 150 years. Old age becomes optional. Death becomes negotiable. Humanity gains time, but at a cost no one fully understands. When people no longer die, power stops changing hands. Centuries-old minds shape the future, and society begins to strain under their weight. Climate collapse is slowed, not reversed. Earth survives, but only through constant intervention. The planet becomes a garden that must never be neglected. Nature no longer runs free. Earth is alive, but only because humanity refuses to let it die. Once survival is secured, expansion becomes inevitable. Humanity was never meant to stay in one place. Mars is reshaped over centuries. Atmospheres thicken. Oceans form. Humanity becomes a planetary engineer. Asteroids become cities. Space becomes industrialized. Resources once unreachable fuel an expanding civilization. Humanity begins to feed directly on starlight, surrounding its sun with machines that harvest godlike amounts of energy. Separated by planets and altered by design, humanity fractures into subspecies. Biology adapts or is replaced. By 2500, humanity is interplanetary, but no longer singular. The word human becomes a category, not a definition. And then something irreversible happens. Biology becomes optional. Minds abandon flesh. Consciousness escapes the limits of matter. Entire civilizations exist inside simulations. Faster than time, richer than reality. Universes are created, paused, and erased. By the year 3000, humanity commands the full power of its star. A civilization once imagined only in myth. The species that once feared fire now bends stars to its will, yet still wonders why it exists at all. So, are we still human? Or have we already become something else? The timeline is moving, and it will not wait for permission.